all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding her in. Just a little Merlin. Out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. Where we gon' laugh? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Fielded about a yard deep. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. In for the score. And the Niners have taken the early lead. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Easy.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Got it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
Oh,
he will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And incomplete to open things up.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Garoppolo. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Sheldon Rankins continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run forward, Breida, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Saints will have the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. To throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. 13. This is Collins on the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Breeze on the draw. Gives to Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Over.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. To throw, it's Breeze. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 33. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Garoppolo on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Garoppolo gets this one left side to Pettis. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Kill.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kill.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They fake the give. Here's Brees. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Hey, come on.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. What's good on the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
36.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He's got Smith here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. On play action, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shane Ray. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll boost their lead to 9. It's 17-8. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers! Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Now a toss going left. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Toss play to McKinnon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Here we go.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back now here on EA Sports. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a... And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now it's Breida. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a give to Collins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go again with Collins. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Kyle Shanahan an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Saints will have the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
We're good. By 4, ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking downfield for Jones. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On play action, now Breeze. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Shane Ray in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. McKinnon. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Now, back in my old days, before college, I played a little bit of offense. I used to love to pitch the ball to my backs. How about that pitch right on that play?
Yeah, going right. People run to the right more than to the left, don't they, in real life and in video games?
That is true. A lot of offenses constructed to run to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Those big tackles, usually your power blockers.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, kill!
They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Oh, man, that was some call right there. The game in the balance. They run for it on 4th down, and this has been the story all game long. They've been the ones that come up with the big plays when they've needed them. And that last one,
and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits on the zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here's McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Saints, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the